morning. It's John from our Hodgepodge homestead. It's my granddaughters, Emmy and Bella. They're going to help me process this puffball mushroom this morning. We're going to cut it up in small chunks, put it on the dehydrator, and save it for later, as long as they don't ruin it here.
Yeah.
So basically, you find these puffball mushrooms this time of year. It's October, mid-October in Michigan. And when you look for them, you want them to be pretty firm. You don't want them to have any tinge of yellow on the inside. You want them to be soft, because these will eventually, they'll turn to powder, and then that's when you step on them, they go poof like a puffball. But when they're like this, they're really good. I fry them in butter, some onions and garlic, cut them up in little chunks and fry them. They're pretty good that way. But I want to preserve these because I have this one and I have one like that big. So I'm going to preserve them. I'm going to dehydrate them, put them in some mason jars with one of those little air things, whatever they're called, and go from there. So I'm going to see which knife will do best cutting. I've got a serrated knife and I've got a regular knife, so I'm going to see which one will cut it better without tearing it up. And it looks like the serrated did pretty good. Let's see what the one without an edge will do. Yeah, this one I can tell is just crushing it instead of cutting it. So we're going to go ahead and use the serrated blade. And sorry for our lighting. Our lighting in our kitchen is really terrible. I'd like to put one of those great big 3-bulb fluorescent lights in, but yeah, won't do that either. I'm cutting them about 1/2 inch thick, 3/4 of an inch thick maybe. I've never dehydrated them before. I actually looked online today on how people preserve these. Because I've usually just found them and ate them until I was sick of them, and then went from there. I love having my helpers with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was out hunting this morning and Bella texted me at 7:30 or something like that. Told me she got 100% on her spelling test. And what was my promise to you if you did really good on your spelling?
I'll get more Legos.
Yeah, get more Legos. Okay, so I've got it all cut up now. And now I'm going to cut it in. You know, that I could probably just put right on there. And I don't even think I'm going to cut it. I think I'm just going to tear it, put it in little chunks. And this is where my helpers are going to come in.
Yay.
Just go slow.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. And we'll take that part off. We won't use that piece.
Okay.
Just tear them in small pieces, okay?
Is that good? Or is that too small?
Actually, some of these might be too big.
Okay. This is too big.
About what size are you looking, like a quarter?
Like
Yeah, about that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, too big. So
And
what?
I think I'm actually going to take this outer skin off.
When you're done, put it right there. So I can
Peeling off pretty good, so that means it's probably already starting on its way to not be any good. Just fill every little spot we got on here. If it's a small spot, put a small
If it's a
chunk
big
in
one,
there.
put a small one.
Okay, we'll put this one up, and I'll go get another plate.
Okay. Emily, crumbs. Okay, you have crumbs there. Now we can go.
It's not a race, so just do a good job. Make sure they all go down flat. I mean, you can make yours a little bigger if you want to, honey. Okay?
Yeah, and you can get another one. A little bit.
That's too big. Make about half of that. There you
That
go.
big.
That's good. Good job.
A little bigger.
Well, you got all the spot over there you can fill up.
Nope. Oh, no, it's not the same.
The mushroom fills this thing up pretty fast, a lot faster than cut up peppers do.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're not going to crowd them too much. We'll get another plate. We've got 8 of these plates, and I think it might be all 8.
Next up.
We don't even have the whole thing cut up.
Just do the sides. Start off with the sides and then just. Papa, I don't have any more.
What do you think about that? Now you do. Okay. Well, you can make yours a little bit bigger too, okay?
I got mine a little bigger.
Yeah, that's good.
Like this.
Uh-oh.
Like this. I got it. Or like.
Well, look what Papa's doing on his.
Up the big. So that I'm gonna make it half the size.
I mean, you gotta make them on the plate there, little girl.
Not the ground. Too big. That was big. That's too small though.
And some of this I'm gonna save to fry up today
With butter.
with butter and some garlic. I'm getting ready to make a venison pie today, but I just realized
Next up.
I thought I had everything, but I realized that we don't have any onion in the house.
Oh, no.
Imagine that, a homestead with no onion in the house. How good of a gardener was I this year?
We clearly didn't grow any onions.
We clearly grew onions, they just clearly didn't get very big.
Are you pulling the skin off of it?
Yeah, so I don't have to.
Pull it off of
Here you go.
Emily's. Oh, she's got it.
Good job, Em. All right, that's how you learn right there. Good job for paying attention.
Oopsie, too big. No way.
Okay, remember, it's not a race.
I know.
Do a good job. And these are all dehydrated, and we eat them later. You can remember.
I want to eat mine later.
You can remember how you guys help Papa and Grandma do these.
So once you dehydrate them, what do you use them for later?
Too big.
When you how do you
You can
use
just
them?
rehydrate them by putting them back in a bowl with some water. They'll puff right back up. Yep, I get it. 10-second rule in hodgepodge. Okay, get another one.
Let's get another one. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and one more. There's about to be one more. Oh, my shirt!
It's okay, it'll all come off.
Yeah, somehow. I mean, I did pick the wrong outfit for this because this is one of my favorite shirts. Because me and Emmy have the same one. Oh, you have the tiny one. That's okay.
Okay, so that one little puffball out of the big one gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
It was
racks.
the little of the
It was
two.
the smaller of the two that
Yeah.
we found. But it gave us 6 racks. It gave us six racks of mushrooms. I think we're not even going to edit that out.
I know.
It gave us 6 racks of mushrooms that we're going to dehydrate. So I'm putting the lid on. And I've got this Presto dehydrator. I love it. It does everything I've ever wanted to do. It doesn't have a temperature gauge like that really nice one, whatever that one's called.
Excalibur
The
or
Excalibur,
something like
yeah.
that.
But this one works for us. I would love to get an Excalibur someday to have 2, but maybe when I win the lottery. But I'm gonna go take it out in the dining room and plug it in, and in 3.5 hours, they should be ready to put in a jar. Well, we saved a couple chunks left over for the granddaughters to try, and basically I'm just cutting them in about the same size little sections, and I'm gonna take and get. I don't really like using the skin. I'm gonna cut some of this out of the skin, and I've got some butter over there in the cast iron heating up, and I'm just gonna basically fry them in butter. I'll put a little bit more butter in there. And I like to put onion powder and garlic powder on it as I'm cooking them.
After your pins rolling.
Those of you who aren't using cast iron, Cast iron is really easy to keep clean. It's really easy to get clean. A lot of these non-stick pans that people have really gone to, I mean, ever since I was a kid, that stuff is terrible for us. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I just know that when you're cooking with it, next thing you know, there's some of it missing. You got to kind of wonder where it went. And I've pretty much gone to all cast iron. Every now and then, but I try to really use cast iron. I think I got my heat up too high. The butter is really going away. Stay away from the Wesson oils, and corn oils, and all that. Extra virgin olive oil, lard, or butter. You want to cook these till they start getting good and brown. You want the insides to be really cooked. See, they're browning up, but the butter's going away. Just don't want them to burn either. Not get them good and brown. And these mushrooms, when you eat them, they're I don't want to say they're rubbery, but they don't get real firm. They stay kind of loose. I guess I don't know how to explain the texture, but I love them. I remember the very first time I ever found or saw a puffball mushroom. I was hunting on a friend's property when I first started deer hunting 20 some years ago, and I thought his kids left his soccer balls out in the woods. I'm thinking, what are all these soccer balls out in the woods for? And I told him when I got in from hunting, I said, hey, your kids' soccer balls are out in the woods. He goes, soccer balls? I said, yeah, there's 5 or 6 of them. He goes, those are mushrooms. I said, no, they're not. They're not mushrooms. They're soccer balls. Well, we went out there. He took me out there, and sure enough, they introduced me to puffball mushrooms, and I've been trying to find them and eating them ever since. If I can find morels like I can find puffballs, I would be a happy man, but I can't ever find morels. These are getting brown. They almost look like fried potatoes that I could almost eat. Alright, put a little bit of seasoning on here.
What are you seasoning with?
This was onion powder that friends of ours gave us, John and Kathy Proctor. And that was just a little bit of garlic powder that Kroger gave us, or Walmart gave us.
Well,
Well,
we paid
they give
for
us.
it.
But the Pratts gave me some garlic to plant this year, and I'm going to get that in the ground. I think the girls might do that today. Get that in the ground, and maybe I can finally have my own garlic. I've just never had garlic grow. Garlic and horseradish I cannot get to grow, and horseradish is like a weed. People can't get rid of it. And I've just never
Some people plant it in pots so it doesn't take over.
never had it take off. Okay, I'm just going to let these go here for a little while. Let me paper towel, put them on. I love that my granddaughters will usually pretty much try stuff. They probably won't once it actually gets to the plate. But
Bella will, for sure. Look, she says, wait, is there something to taste test?
Yes, I will.
and these, if you can see, they're pretty airy.
Reminds me of like a marshmallow.
And I think we found these right. I think another couple days, and they probably wouldn't have been any good. You know, it'd be really good if you could fry these with bacon grease. Because what isn't good with bacon grease? The only thing I think would be better than bacon grease would be bacon grease. All right, I'm gonna pull these off. Cool down a minute here. Alright, come here guys, you want to try one?
Hello.
It might be hot. It's a mushroom.
Bella,
Eat 'em
you
on
like
pizza all the
mushrooms.
time. Just try it.
It's hot.
It might be hot.
Emmy patiently waiting. What do you think, Belle?
Have some
Might
more.
be hot. Be careful.
Can I have some more, please?
More. Hey, why don't you tell everybody? Why don't you
What do you
tell
think?
everybody out there? What do you think about those mushrooms?
Put your shirt down, honey.
What do you think, Emmy? Did you like them?
You should try it.
What do you think, Emmy?
Yummy.
Yummy? You want another one?
Yeah.
All right. Now that you've seen how we prepare our mushrooms for dehydration and how we prepare them to cook them and how we cook them, here in a little while, once they get done dehydrating, we'll come back with them and we'll show you how they turned out. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Okay, so it's been a long enough time for these mushrooms to have dehydrated. Again, these are a giant puffball mushroom that we found. And we dehydrated them for pretty close to 3 hours. And you grab them and don't, hold on, Emmy. You grab them and there's like zero weight to it. There's no moisture in there. It kind of just breaks apart. Now, I don't want them to be like that, but you know what? You could do that. Have mushroom powder, make a pretty awesome mushroom soup, I think, with that right there. So I don't intend on powdering ours up at all. I'm just going to take them and we're going to store them into jars. Hold on, you can help in a minute. So basically we're just going to pick them up, put them down in a jar till the jars are full. And that's what my little helpers here are going to do. Just one at a time. It's not a race.
Don't
Go slow.
squish them.
You can start the other jar, Belle, if you want.
Okay, I'll do that one, you do that one. Oh, I want to do this one. Okay. Carefully put them in there. They're fragile.
You can just put them in there. You don't have to place them. You can drop them in.
But can't they break?
They might, but that'll be okay.
Turn that on.
All the little pieces off. There's another little piece right there.
Mine is still hot. Mine's about to be full.
We got lots of room in there yet.
It's all done. Mine is about to get full, Papa. Mine is.
Okay, let me see it. Trying to pound them down a little bit. All right, we'll get some more in there. You're welcome.
But mine.
Get what you can get in there. Don't push them. Once they get full, don't smash them.
Full.
You got some more room in yours, Em.
But do I?
I think Bella, I
Don't
think
pick
we'll
one.
call yours full.
Okay.
That's good, Em. Here's your lid.
You put the platform on first, put that one on, and then you squeeze that on. Nope, that one first. Yeah.
There you go.
Now, like
That's
that.
on. Just put the ring on now.
Put the ring on. Now spin it.
You're doing it. Just keep spinning it.
Just keep spinning, just keep
There you go. Do it real tight. Get as tight as you
Okay,
can.
grab this and just go, grab the one there and just go.
Good job.
Oh yeah, she actually did make it be kind of tight. I couldn't stop that. Voila! It's my turn to start.
Alright, go to it.
Hit. Ugh.
That's okay, just put it in there.
Okay.
Just do one jar at a time though.
Okay. Just don't be like.
Between you guys, yeah. I don't think it's going to take all 4 jars. But you know what? We're going to do another one.
Oh, for
We're going
us.
to cut up another one.
We are.
Okay, so when I go to use these, what I'll do is I'll take, you know, a half a jar or a whole jar, whatever I want, and I'll put it in a bowl and rehydrate them with some water. And then once they've rehydrated, you know, they'll soak up the water. And then I'll just kind of pat them dry a little bit, let them sit for a while, and I'll fry them up.
Doopy.
Fry them in butter and some garlic and maybe some onion or something like that, and
First one's.
put them on pizza. So, you know, mushroom's a mushroom. Don't scrape them like that. Just pick them up little by little. It's not a race, remember?
Look at Papa.
Yeah.
I did this one. Bella helped. Is this good, Papa?
Yep, I think we might have to combine a little bit. Stand up here in the chair. We're going to have to take some of Emmy's. Grab the rest of those off the thing, Em, and put them in this jar. Nope, grab these.
I think I'll be able to fit the rest on there. Now,
Okay, I'm going to
oops.
just have to take some of Emmy's and combine them. So we can have a whole full jar.
I'll put my lid on. Excuse me, I'm on now. Stop!
Alright.
Oh.
And what I'll do once I get downstairs is I'll put, I can never remember what those little square things that soak up the air are called, but
Oxygen absorbers?
an oxygen absorber. They're called, that's what they do, but they're
That's
called,
mine, Papa. These are Bella's.
they're called, oh heck, I can't remember
That
that.
one's mine. That one's mine. That one's mine.
You can go and put that on, Em.
Look.
And then grab your ring right over there by Papa's phone.
I did it.
Alright, once you guys hold these up,
I got it.
we can show everybody what we did. That looks pretty good for just a little bit of work, huh?
Yeah.
We had a
I said,
puffball mushroom, not
snip.
much bigger than this one. Well, a little bit bigger than this one, I guess.
I just
And it
said,
gave us,
oh, snip.
oh, snip.
Yeah.
It gave us almost, well, 3 1/4 quart jars of mushrooms. And there's a lot of air in there, but you know what? We'll be able to use those for 4 or 5 meals, 6, 7 meals, who knows how many. You know, we just want a snack. There we go. Hopefully I can find this many morels next year and maybe do the same thing. Doubt it. But anyway, that's our mushroom video. And if you like what we did today, Belle, what should they do if they like what we did today?
Like, share, subscribe.
And subscribe to our videos. We thank you for watching. And until next time, I love dealing with puffball mushrooms. You should too. See you later. Bye.
Bye.